everyone, Moonbase here. I just wanted to apologize for not recording as much like I used to. It's just that I've been getting ready for college and everything, so I'm going to try to get as back into videos as I can. So with that being said, thank you for watching.
It's DreamWorks, but you're not going to distract me from noting this 47 seconds of two logos.
Jeremy complains about the movie logos like usual.
DreamWorks movie opens with a shot of a storybook and Once Upon a Time riff. The only thing left to do to ensure brand loyalty is to now show a montage of a character doing disgusting Shrek-style poo things.
You know that this is needed to give context on the Bergens and the trolls, right? Secondly, Jeremy talks about Shrek when it's not related to this movie.
Once a year, every year, the Bergens would gather around the troll tree to taste happiness.
But why once a year? If eating a troll makes the Bergens feel so good, wouldn't they be gobbling them up by the bushel?
I would assume that since based on what we know in World Tour, I assume that the reason why they do it once a year is because they have to reproduce. Example with Guy Diamond and Tiny Diamond, so if they eat them all now, it would be all pointless.
Lighter fluid looks more like Nickelodeon slime than lighter fluid. Wait, maybe that is Nickelodeon slime and we just didn't know how flammable it was. That really...
If you looked it up, there is such thing as green lighter fluid. Sure, I assume it's not as common as clear lighter fluid, but green lighter fluid exists, Jeremy.
Who has never tasted a troll?
Oh, me! She's talking about me!
Wait, Prince Gristle is less than a year old, and he can ride trikes, walk, and talk? With that kind of growth rate, the older Bergens should be in wheelchairs by the time they're 25.
Okay, why are you confused about Gristle here? Tiny Diamond literally hatched out of his egg, walking and talking like a full-grown troll, unlike Poppy in this movie. Basically, who cares, Jeremy?
Please make me happy, Princess Poppy.
What the hell are the girls for, then?
Aesthetic purposes.
I hear something!
If the trolls are making their escape right at the time of the trollstice, you'd think they'd be a little quieter.
I mean, to be fair, they were pretty quiet when they got out of the tree before Gristle said this, so...
She is hereby banished from Bergen Town forever!
I know King Gristle is looking for a scapegoat, but why is Chef the one that's banished? I mean, she just cooks the trolls, right? She can't be the only one in town checking in with them on the regular.
You will never...
The reason why she was banished was because she was supposed to make sure nothing happened during the event, and since the trolls were her responsibility, of course she was banished, Jeremy.
Little things. They're not trolls, and they weren't in the rescue party from 20 years ago. So the troll race must have enslaved, trained, and domesticated an entirely new species for transportation and acoustic drumming, which is pretty...
Honestly, I doubt it, Jeremy. I assume it's like horses and dogs in real life, where over time they can live alongside humans, so I assume these critters were the same way.
Things missing.
Phew, we were almost at the 10-minute mark, and I was worried we weren't going to get any scatological humor in this f***ing thing.
Don't do my guy like that, and plus, at least for this time, his glare parts actually is important here, so...
I don't do happy.
But why not? Yes, he's had a traumatic event in his past, but he's a troll, and trolls seem to be genetically predisposed to happiness, but Branch is all rebelliously sad. That's like a cow consciously deciding not...
You just answer yourself. Branch went through a traumatic event and went gray because of it. What's the issue?
Well, this glitter supernova? And if so, wouldn't they have tried a test of...
I mean, I would assume so, since it worked, didn't it?
Poppy is overexcited, but she's not an idiot, right? The music and noise is one thing, but why would she authorize this obvious glitter flare within range of everyone nearby to see?
I mean, in her defense, she didn't know Chef was close by, despite Branch telling her to be careful in an earlier scene, but like you said in the other video, a movie got a movie.
Pretty, but I think this troll village is a little more Pandora than the filmmakers intended.
I mean, I don't know the history on making the Trolls movies, but I would assume they got inspiration from Avatars, so not really a problem here.
Told me not to throw the party, and I threw it anyway.
It's not throwing the party that was the problem. It was shooting fireworks in the air that basically said delicious.
Jeremy, were you watching the movie? Yes, it was throwing the party. If she didn't throw the party, or at least making a loud one, like Branch said, Chef wouldn't have come to the village.
Journey to Bergen Town is suddenly fraught with peril, but just 20 years ago, the king let a bunch of slow-ass trolls out here in less than a day. Were there many more trolls that didn't make it during the trip that we don't know?
Okay, I know this video came out before Trolls Band Together, so there's no way Jeremy would have known about Viva. But, to answer your question, yes, but no one died though.
They're alive, Branch. I know it.
You don't know anything, Poppy. And I can't wait to see the look on your face when you realize the world isn't all cupcakes and rainbows.
Why did Branch come on this excursion then? I know he wanted to get away from the hugging and singing at Troll.
Again, you answer yourself. He wanted to get away from the hugging. Plus, even if that wasn't the case, Branch cared for Poppy, so he didn't want her to get hurt or even killed. So...
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Poppy decides to behave like a literal troll to poor Branch. Also, how would Poppy, a troll that only knows happiness, know such a dark and foreboding song? And where the hell has she kept that guitar this whole time?
Okay, based on World Tour, Poppy and Troll Village are pop trolls, so they would have known that song. And secondly, that's a ukulele, not a guitar.
Shark attack, nom 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 nom. Jellyfish, ham sandwich, turkey, snowman, dolphin, helicopter, last supper, monkey in a zoo.
What? Gear shift.
Way too much of this.
Now I'm thinking we hug.
Movie continues to derive humor out of various...
Okay, so, just because you didn't find it funny, so, like what Luke always says in most of his videos, not the movie's fault.
First off, how did Chef get back into the city if she were banished? There's a gate at the front of the city, a huge-ass door on the castle, and at least 2 guards here. Second, what the hell took her so long? Branch and Poppy have been on this journey for what seems like forever, but Chef had a head start and 1,000% more stride length. She should have been here ages ago.
She likely knew a secret way in, since I assume before she banished, knew where some secret way in, and likely didn't get detected.
Talented character refuses to do the thing he's amazingly talented at, cliché.
At least he had a reason on not singing. You said that earlier, which caused of his traumatic event, which caused him to go gray and not sing, so...
Nothing he can say.
Total eclipse of the heart.
Apparently all the fantasy characters in this fantasy movie grew up listening to the same 1980s humor.
They are pop trolls, except Bridget. Of course they will sing pop-related stuff, Jeremy.
Singing Bonnie Tyler's Total Eclipse of the Heart, Troll Village singing Earth, Wind & Fire's September, and Kool and the Gang Celebration, and Branch and Poppy's Cyndi Lauper True Colors duet. Was anyone even thinking about...
You realize this movie and the sequels are jukebox musicals, right? Of course there's gonna be different music here.
I'm sick of writing them, you're sick of hearing them, but can we please rise above glitter shitting? Or is that just where we are as a movie society? You don't see that stuff in Manchester by the Sea.
You literally complain about Diamond farting glitter at the beginning, and here's the scene I was referring to when the glitter makes sense, so...
Sarcastic.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Admit it, you half expected this character to poop himself out.
If you're referring to Smidge, the troll in this shot, you realize Smidge is a girl, right? Secondly, coming from someone who watched every troll's content, shorts, movies, and shows, only Cooper was known to do that, not Smidge.
A new queen!
Yeah, but can he do that? I mean, he's still alive and all. Can't she continue to be the leader as princess? I feel like Daddy...
I mean, yeah, I don't know much about being a king or a queen, but knowing about presidents, I'm American. I assume because he's old and he can do this, and he didn't want Troll Village to panic and who will lead them when he's gone, so... Alright everyone, the sin total is 1,025, and the closing statement is Glitter Bomb.